for this?
Welcome back, TPR Nation. This is your co-host, Micah Shines, with another amazing episode of Tips from the Trenches. This is one, quite frankly, Jarvis and I could do a full pod, if not a webinar on, might even be better. But I wanted to talk about asset transfers. As you probably heard, I've been having a wonderful opportunity to review other advisor meetings and kind of watch them go through things. And it's pretty fascinating, one of the things that I see. So one of the things that I was working with an advisor, and he was having a little bit of problem bringing in assets. And one of the things is whenever he would give advice on whether an estate plan item that needed to be tended to, he would speak to it with authority, right? And say, yep, yes, we're not attorneys, no legal advice, yada, yada, all those disclosures here. But he would step up with authority and says, no, you need to have these three documents, right? A will, healthcare directive, and a durable power of attorney. He would speak with confidence and the client would listen to him and engage and want to do that. But when it came to the asset transfer side of the equation, he wasn't speaking with confidence. And I worry if it's because he had a little nervousness of not having commission breath, whatever that is, but he wouldn't speak with the same confidence. And all of a sudden the client would get a little leery. And so we chatted about this a little bit. And I said, look, you're lacking in confidence in your delivery. And he says, well, I'm worried about asking for the money. So sure, asking for the check can be a really big thing. But the question is, are you presenting the asset transfer with value to the client? And really, that's what it should be at the end of the day. One of the ways that we walk through this with our clients is when we start talking about things, one of the things I say is, look, I'm letterhead agnostic. I have a few preferences, but I'm letterhead agnostic. I want to build a plan that meets your retirement goals. This is the number one thing. So at any point in time, if I recommend something and you don't see how it directly relates to your goals, please raise your hand, let me know, and let's go ahead and chat about it. And then we can start working through the client's situation. For example, we work with a lot with federal employees. So one of the things federal employees absolutely love, for very good reasons, is their TSP, their thrift savings plan. It's phenomenal. It does a really good job. It has, number one, low expenses, which the federal employees love, has limited investment options. You can dollar cost average. It's a great tool to build money. And so clients are very hesitant to take money out of the TSP. Understandably, this suited them so well for their entire career. Now they got to make a change at retirement. Is this really a good idea? Well, the question isn't about the letterhead. The question is about the value to the client. What system, what plan do you have in place which delivers value to the client that's going to make sure they can have an income they can never outlive in retirement? Because that is what we are solving for. Easy example for me with that is going to be buckets, right? When we're meeting with a client, one of the things I can easily talk about is how we have buckets in place. And we can outline between cash, income, and growth, how their accounts need to be outlined, etc. Now, as we walk through that naturally, clients are like, well, this makes a lot of sense. And they intuitively know that the TSP won't fit this mix. They intuitively know that their Vanguard accounts that they've had for however how many years with 1-800-ADVISOR isn't meeting this mix and that they need additional help. And great, we're happy to provide that. And we're happy to do the asset transfers for them. And it becomes a very easy question after we outline the buckets and how it's going to provide income to them, which is this something you'd like to do? And their answer is always yes. Perfect. This is the next step. And we talk about transferring their assets into Schwab and what that's going to look like. And clients are happy to move forward with that because we had the confidence in our recommendations and we clearly showed them how it added value to their situation. So on asset transfers, we got to be really careful with this one. We got to make sure that we're speaking from confidence, not ego, right? This is different. Speaking from confidence in our situation on how this is going to improve the client's situation so they can get better retirement income. We have to be speaking and also be very clear about, great, how does this plan meet their direct goals? And then what's the next step in order to take action on it? So I want you to think about that this week in your planning process, right? Wherever you're talking about asset transfers or wherever you're actually engaging anywhere the client to make a decision, how are you presenting that to the client? Are you giving them 17 options? Oh, heaven forbid, please don't be doing that, right? But if you're giving them 17 different options, or you're saying, look, to meet your goals, here's the 2 things you need to do. I recommend number 1, and here's why. And it's very clear and concise recommendations. They say, yes, perfect. These are the next steps in order to make this happen. Be very, very clear and be very consistent with your clients too. do. I think one of the things our clients love is that they've come to expect this, right? When they want to take a lump sum money out of their retirement accounts, perfect. How does this help meet your goals? When they want to move to a different state, perfect. How does this help meet your goals? Is one of the things I tell clients all the time. I will always push back with that question because that's what the number one thing we're solving for is your retirement goals. Now, they're the boss. If they want to set a different goal, perfect. Then we just set a different goal, but we're still working towards a goal. We're still that consistent sounding board, which is so important. So this week, look at those processes that you have, look at those questions you're asking to your clients, say, great, where do I have confidence? Where am I consistently going back to adding value about their retirement plan and how everything we recommend ties to that for their success. Until next time, happy planning.
Hold on before we go. Something that you need to know. This isn't tax, legal, or investment advice. That isn't our intent. Information designed to change lives. Financial planning can make you thrive. Start today, don't think twice. Be a better husband, father, mother, and wife. The perfect RIA, the perfect RIA.